Today, we're going to be reflecting back on the last 2 months since we started a business together.
You listen more in business than you do in not non-business stuff.
What do you mean?
Anyone who has their own business or is an online coach, like, it's quite lonely. Like, you have to really like your own company.
I feel like I knew where I stood. I haven't really learned anything new about Mike.
You'll be sitting there going, "Oh, you're always on your phone.
Yeah,
Who are you talking to? Why are you on
Yeah.
your phone?"
it's going well. We're still together.
We were trying to decide on saying, "Can you keep coming with ideas?" And I just kept shutting you down.
Yeah.
You never listen to my ideas.
Whereas Mike doesn't have the patience to create things.
I mean, I've just come off a stag do, mate. I don't even want to be here.
Hello, welcome back to another episode of Couple of Coaches podcast with me, Emma, and my co-host, Mike.
Hello.
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 Today we're going to be reflecting back on the last 2 months since we started a business together.
Mm-hmm.
If this is the first time you're listening and you haven't been here long, just a reminder, I'm Emma, this is Mike. We are a couple, so we're boyfriend and girlfriend, but we are also online coaches. So we both do the same job. So we're a couple of coaches.
Yeah.
And we have been online coaching. Well, Mike's been online coaching for 4 years.
About that.
And I've been doing it for 2 years. We were actually doing it separately. So I had my own business. Mike had his own business. And then in February this year, we decided to bring those businesses together and become a couple of coaches training.
Yeah.
So obviously starting a business with your partner is quite a rare thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe becoming more common these days. So we thought we would just reflect on how the last 2 months have been since joining forces. I'm out of breath. I'm just saying that. I've got a really bad cold.
Emma's not well.
Got a cold and I can't breathe out my nose. I was walking down the road the other day and I voice noted Mike and I was literally so out of breath just
Sound like
walking
you were
up the
running.
road. It was so bad. So yeah, we're just going to have some honest reflections on our relationship and our business in the last 2 months. And just want to emphasize, obviously, we've only been going for 2 months. So this is very fresh, but it's quite good to sort of check in with ourselves, check in where we are. And yeah, I guess if anyone's thinking of starting their business with a partner, it might be quite an interesting thing for you to listen to.
Yeah.
So number one then, the reality of working together so far. What did it feel like on day one of working together? Now, the thing is, although we've gone into business with each other, not much has really changed in the way of what we do like day to day.
No.
Has it?
We just do more of that stuff together.
Yeah. So in terms of how we were basically running our businesses pretty much the same anyway. So the transition of being separate together has been pretty smooth.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't say day one was like, oh my goodness, this feels so different. We're working together. It's more just the name that we're trading under, or our branding and stuff like that has changed, and we had to do a lot of updating of all of that sort of stuff. So it didn't really feel very different. I guess it was more just like exciting that we were under a new name and everything like that. Has anything surprised you, good or bad?
You listen more in business than you do in not non-business stuff.
What do you mean?
No, you're quite good with business. Like you're quite good.
Right.
You're quite proactive. Get shit done.
Do you feel like the shift from being a couple to being business partners has been different, or
I don't think it didn't change much, because the thing is, we're obviously a couple. We live together and we both work from home.
Yeah.
Nothing's changed.
Yeah.
The only thing that's changed, and I mean, although we work together, we still work in separate rooms and do our jobs. Like, obviously, like, we know today we've got a bit of a work block together today, so we'll sit in my office or we'll sit on the sofa and work together.
Mm-hmm.
and which is normally quite fun.
Yeah.
If anything, it makes it a bit more fun
Yeah.
because anyone who has their own business or is an online coach, like it's quite lonely. Like you have to really like your own company. Otherwise you just hate the job.
Yeah.
And like I've known coaches and people that work for themselves that just pack it in because they don't like working on their own 24/7. They just procrastinate because they get bored or they just don't like doing it. Whereas it's quite nice to have someone to bounce off.
I think would you say we're quite introverted people?
Mm.
Is that the right term, Nath? Would you say I'm
Introvert.
definitely an introvert. I feel like you're an introvert.
I don't
but
think you're introverts, maybe, but you're not.
Do you
I
think?
don't think you're either, and neither of you are like crazy extroverts. I think you're probably somewhere in the middle.
In the middle, I'd say.
I would say you're an introvert at home, but I feel like when you're out, you're quite good at seeming like an extrovert.
I'm a bit of was it a comedian who can like blend into different things?
But like you would be quite happy like not going out and not doing anything and just being at home.
100%.
So that's where I feel like you're
I've just come off a stag do, mate. I don't even want to be here. I'm joking. That's enough socialising.
Yeah.
With 12 other men.
Yeah.
4 nights. We can go do it again on Friday.
Oh God. Yeah, Mike has 2 stag do's, 2 weekends in a row. I don't know how he's still surviving.
I ain't got that yet.
So yeah, I agree with you. It's people always say to me like, what's it like just working for yourself? And I always say, well, it's never really felt like I just work for myself because Mike does the same for me and we can talk same as me, and we can talk to each other about work and about clients and about how it's going and everything like that, like you would a work colleague.
Yeah.
Because that's definitely something that I noticed going from an office job to being self-employed is being taken out of that work environment and literally just being on your own. But because we have each other and we both do the same thing, it's nice that we can talk to each other about it.
It's just better bouncing ideas off each other. And sorry for the nipple show. And it's just better bouncing ideas off each other, and just going through stuff. Like obviously after this we're gonna plan out content. We've got to shoot with Nath next week where we're gonna do content together. It makes it easier, but also makes it more fun.
Yeah.
Because being an online coach is it's very samey. It's the same thing. It's you're coaching, you're marketing, you're doing sales calls, you're coaching, you're marketing, you're doing sales calls. It's the same repetition, but when you're doing it with someone, you just get more creative and make more fun of it.
Yeah. So has our dynamic changed during working hours? Did we fall into roles or have to define them? I feel like I knew where I stood. No, I'm joking.
No, you're not.
I feel like I knew where I stood. I feel like
basically
I know
Emma makes the coffee, she makes the lunches.
Yeah.
And
yeah. No, there's obviously, because we've known each other for so long and because we do spend a lot of time with each other, we know what each of us are good at. For example, I'm not good at making any form of financial decisions or anything to do with numbers, money, or anything like that. Whereas Mike doesn't have the patience to create things. So like to create like posts, or you're quite good at captions actually.
No. I can create an idea.
Yeah. And
I
then
think
I
I will create more ideas than you.
Yeah, you do.
You bring the
You're good at strategizing.
You bring the ideas to life. So that's a good blend there, because that's almost what you need. You need, like, I'll come up with ideas. We come up with ideas together when we shoot, but other stuff I'll come up with a idea. Emma will just make it look good.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
it.
You're quite good at sort of like what to do next, what the next plan is, what the next launch is, when we next do intakes. You're quite good at all of that stuff, aren't you? Things that felt awkward or messy at first. I feel like
well, I'm trying to think of something that made me laugh.
I feel like we had a conversation where we tried to
We were trying to decide on saying, can you keep coming with ideas, and I just kept shutting you down.
Yeah.
You never listen to my ideas.
Yeah. I feel like majority of conversations where we're trying to plan something, come up with something, we have some sort of bicker.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to admit that. Like, I'm absolutely fine to admit that.
It's more me though. The
yeah,
bicker.
but it's you.
It's more. No, but we've spoke about this before. It's more. I've always made my own decisions, and it's really hard, and like it's always hard to let someone else make that decision, although you should. So when it comes to me and you, I just kept almost shutting your ideas down.
Yeah, you did.
Although they could have been better, but it's like I didn't. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I've got better at that.
Yeah. Have you? We'll see how today goes.
Yeah.
So what have we learned about business? Trial and error. I feel like when people imagine starting a new business, or like when people have the idea to start a new business, they think straight away it's just gonna like go off. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's just not the reality of business. Like,
you've got to put the work in.
yeah, it's like trying to lose body fat or trying to
Yeah.
build muscle. It takes consistency and it takes time to build things up.
And repetition.
Yeah.
You got to keep.
Put
You
yourself
got to
out
keep.
there.
You got to keep going, and it's like, what's the famous quote? I don't know. The hard times now are nothing compared to the good times that are going to come, or something like that. Do you know what I mean?
Right, yeah, I know what you're
Businesses
saying.
like that, you've got to like slog it
You've got
out.
to grind. Yeah, you've got to grind 100%. And anyone that is a business owner or has started their own business will know that 100%. In terms of early wins, obviously we did our first photo shoot as a couple of coaches, which we spoke about in the last podcast, which was very, very successful and made us then book on to two more, one in September, one in April.
Mhm.
And we've already had lots of interest in our September one, which is good. So that is a good win, and that's definitely something we want to start doing more regularly now that we are a couple of coaches, as well as our in-person events and stuff like that. Cool. What have we learned about each other? Mike's a dick.
You only just learned that.
Yeah.
I don't really learn much about each other. I don't know.
Has it given you an insight into my strengths or my quirks or my weaknesses?
For me, I think you work much better when you're told what to do.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I think where me and Emma working together has really benefited Emma is you kind of, I know I was helping you before because obviously we're boyfriend and girlfriend, but you do better now because you've always, I love a to-do list or love a little like list or something. So you've always getting told what to do.
Yeah.
Whereas you struggle to kind of figure out what to do and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Apart from your coaching stuff, like you're absolutely fine when it comes to coaching, but I think it's more the businessy stuff, the marketing and stuff. You need guidance.
I need direction, because I've always worked for someone.
Yeah.
I'm so used to being told what to do, when to do it, have deadline, do it by this time, blah, blah, blah. Whereas when I'm left to my own devices, I can be a little bit more slack with it. Great word.
Yeah.
So sometimes I do just need that reminding from Mike that it's like, this is what we need to do. And that's why I said he's the one that's really good at saying what comes next and what we do now and everything like that. And I sort of follow and make it happen.
Yeah.
What have I learned about you? I learn about you every day. Yeah. No, I'm joking. I haven't really learned anything new about Mike. I feel like he's always
extra stubborn.
He's a bit stubborn. I feel like he's just obviously he's been running his own business ever since I've met him. So I just have always known that he's strong in terms of business and business minding.
Spit your words out.
I don't know what I'm trying to
I'll
say.
tell you one thing about not learning, but about being in business together or in the same business. It actually, because I've been asked before saying, does it affect you and Emma because you're always with each other? But in our nature of work, I generally reckon if you didn't do it, what I do, I think it would be quite hard
Oh, I've said
Bec-
that to people
because the amount of time you're like on your phone constantly
before.
and stuff like that, like it'd be really hard for a partner. And I know this from experience from other people. It's really, really hard, right? If I'm
Yeah.
sitting there in the evening on my phone replying to messages because I'm just like, I want to get them done, or I need to post, or I need to schedule something, I need to do something. You just don't even. I mean, you're probably doing it yourself.
100%.
Whereas if we was in a relationship and you've come back from your 9 to 5 and you've zoned out of work, you'll be sitting there going, "Oh, you're always on your phone.
Yeah.
Who are you talking to? Why are you on
Yeah.
your phone?" But you get it now because you do it yourself.
I've said that to people before. I actually would wonder if we would still be together if I didn't start online coaching.
No.
And I'm not saying
No,
that, but I do think it would have taken a huge strain on our relationship
Yeah.
if I didn't understand, because I am very much quite a naive person that just wouldn't get it.
Yeah.
You know, some people would get it and would understand. I just don't think I'd get it.
I think a lot of people just don't get it. But it's a hard thing to get. Like if your nature, I mean, your dad had his own business, but if you're like not brought up or not surrounded in someone who has their own business, and you literally just work a 9 to 5 or fucking 8 to 6, whatever, and you just work that Monday to Friday and you set times, and when you leave work, you're done. It's very hard to understand someone who's got their own business who potentially works 24/7. Yeah, they might be just sending out a couple of messages or writing an Instagram post. A lot of people don't deem that as work, but it is work. You're still doing something for your business. And it'd be hard for a partner to understand that, especially if you're like, oh, I want to chill and watch a film tonight.
Yeah.
And you're constantly looking at your phone, you're thinking, oh, fuck me, I need to post that. Or someone's inquired about coaching and you want to be sharp and reactive and you want to answer their message.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
100%. And it's like when you work for someone, you go to work, you work, and then you leave work and that's it. Like you don't think about it. You don't do work at home. And that's what my job was before. Whereas when you work for yourself, it's constant. And
it's just staying on top of it, because you could quite easily say, oh, why can't you just do that tomorrow? And yeah, that's great. But then that's more jobs to do tomorrow. You know?
Yeah.
And there is a thing to being said, like, and we do it sometimes. We're like, this is a cut off. But where we like, it's probably me more than you taking the phone off you and putting it down. You know what I mean? If we're trying to watch Handmaid's Tale, I'm like, you need to watch Handmaid's Tale.
So good, by the way. No, I would like to think we would still be together, but I do wonder what the dynamic of our relationship would be if we did do two separate things. It's
Definitely makes it a lot easier doing the same thing.
Yeah. Boundaries, balance, and burnout. This is kind of what we're talking about. So how do we separate work and our relationship, and how hard is it?
It all just blends into one, doesn't it?
The days just.
To be fair, me and Emma are we're very routine. We're very routine based, aren't we?
Yeah.
Me and Emma are very good at having dinner at like 7 o'clock, sitting down from then and watching a series tonight, Handmaid's Tale, and chilling with a dog. We're quite good. Like we do that all the time. Yes, we're both guilty of answering, going on our phone and doing something.
Yeah.
But we do spend that time together. We always eat dinner at the table.
We do.
So we do spend that time together.
Yeah,
we always go on dog walks. We haven't really struggled.
But again, is that because we both do the same thing and we both get it?
Probably because we both get it. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But like, yeah, I mean, I think we're quite good because we train together as well. So like a lot of couples, if they're doing two separate jobs, then when they're coming together for the first time, it's like, oh, I want to spend time with you. But me and you, for example, we'll probably wake up tomorrow. We're going to go on a dog walk. I mean, Emma's very good at not taking her phone in the morning. I'll probably be on my phone. And then we'll come back, we'll have breakfast together. We'll go to the gym.
That's what really pisses me off, actually.
What, when I'm on my phone on a dog walk?
Yeah.
Oh, that one gets you though.
Carry on. That's what I've forgotten about. It really annoys me, right? Because like we don't always walk the dog together. We sometimes do it separately. But on certain days, we get up and walk the dog together. And the dog walk for me is I don't take my phone. I just purely focus on the dog. I just love my morning dog walks. It honestly sets me up for the day, and it's just me and the dog, and I love it. Mike just trails behind us on his phone the whole time. And it really annoys me because I feel like that's our time to just sort of get ready for the day and not be on our phone, because the rest of the day is pretty much on your phone or on your laptop. So that is one thing that I would say you could work on. That's probably something that comes at the end, is what can we work on? Feedback. That's your feedback. You are free to give me some.
Don't go down that rabbit hole.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do think we're
Hey, pass my
actually
coffee, please.
I do think we're actually quite good at. Can you get me mine as well? Yeah, please. I do think we're quite good at separating work from relationships. I get maybe something we could work on, thank you, is say if we're like out for dinner together
Yeah.
or something like that, maybe a rule should be that we don't talk about work.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But it's like, I don't think we do a lot. We don't talk about work because one of us wants to talk about work. We talk about work because we enjoy talking about it.
Yeah, true.
Do you know what I mean? Why would you, like, if you enjoy it, why wouldn't you talk about it?
Yeah.
I understand you could talk about more things, but like, we generally enjoy it.
Yeah.
So,
Advice to other couples in business or thinking about it: don't do it.
I would say give it a go. I think it obviously it is. It depends on the business as well. I mean, you've got to remember we've come from the same business and we're joined together, so not much changed. But if you're a couple that live together and are currently going your separate way every morning to work and then coming back, and you're all of a sudden going to go into work together, you're about to 10 times the amount of time you spend with each other.
We were quite used to it anyway.
We were already used to it. Like, yeah, we spend more time working together now, but we're still in each other's presence. So you're never going to know. Like some couples just won't make it work. Some will.
Yeah.
And I think I do think it's quite powerful. But I do think like setting like roles is quite important. Like Emma likes to be told what to do, so she's basically said I'm the boss. So that's all right.
I haven't.
She delegated.
I don't get a say. Yeah, I just think if you think it's the right decision for you, do it. It's actually a bit of a commitment.
It is a commitment,
isn't it? Like starting a business together. Like now that we've done it, we can't really not do it.
Exactly.
Like we're kind of stuck with it now. So it's a bit like marriage, a bit like kids, a bit like
I'll tell you what,
mortgage.
she's like talking about marriage. I mean, you've got a dog, which is a basically the
Massive.
same commitment as a kid.
What did we say last night? Are we only together because of the dog?
No, it's
because they said it in a film.
What did they say it on?
Handmaid's Tale. He
yeah.
was like, do you think we'd be together if it wasn't for her? And Mike was like, do you think we'd be together if it wasn't for the dog? We obviously would be.
But also, like,
it's a commitment.
Also, a business together is a commitment because it's an absolute ball ache if you break up. So you just rather not.
So we just
drag your reels and keep
we're
going.
together. So yeah, it's a big commitment, but if you think it's right, do it.
You're not going to know, so just give it a go.
Yeah. So if there's anyone listening that is in business with their partner, or is going into business with their partner, or has any tips or advice for us, then drop a comment below.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
basically, to summarize, we've been in business for 2 months. It's going well. We're still together. And that's what matters.
And that's what matters. We are still going strong.
Mm-hmm.
We'll do a 6-month one.
Yeah.
See what's.
It will be like, guys.
Yeah, basically this is the end. We're shutting down everything. The podcast. We're shutting down the business.
When two famous influencers or something break up and they sit down and do a video to explain it. It'll be me and you.
Yeah, also 5 people.
Yeah. But yeah, hope you found that interesting, and we'll keep you updated on our business journey.
We will.
But for now,
see you in the next one.
take care.